So a while ago, Tanya, we were talking about TFSAs, and you said that the S for savings account really should be considered I for investment account. What are some of the misconceptions that people have about TFSAs?
Yeah, one of the biggest things that really, honestly, nobody's really been shown or taught, you know, when they came out, it was just like on the TV and it was TFSA, TFSA. But a lot of us have not actually know that we can use it as a long-term investment tool as well. So the problem with that is we treat it like a savings account, which is fine. I mean, if that's your emergency fund and you need some short-term savings, that's totally fine. What I would recommend, though, is make sure you're talking to an advisor that you know and trust, but not even just trust them, verify what they're doing too, right? So that means read a statement, know how to read a statement, learn by somebody how to read a statement, and then you know actually if you're getting any, rate of returns or any of that type of stuff. One of the biggest things I can tell you guys is that I was sold a savings account, okay? For 21 years, I was in the RSP, but inside of that, it was in a high interest account. I was making about 2%. Now, that became the problem because, again, I didn't know what I didn't know. And many of you don't know what you don't know. We're in the exact same boat. And what happens is we go to, let's say, anybody, we go to an advisor of any sort, and they go, yeah, this is what you were going to do. We're going to put you in a TFSA, and we're going to put it in this, and we're good to go. What a lot of us tend to do, and many of you, is take that statement and throw it in a drawer or a shoebox or a filing cabinet, whatever is your kind of style, and you just trust that that person has it. Here, I'm going to tell you a little bit of the secret. Don't trust anybody, and not even me, okay? And what I mean by that is always verify that your funds are doing well. Always verify that, that advisor is actually out for you as well. Again, the three things that I reiterate about tax-free savings accounts and advisors overall is number one, don't trust anybody, not even me. Always verify that they're doing their job, okay? Because God forbid you guys get stuck in a tax-free savings account, and this just, man, it irritates me so much, okay? And what that is you go ahead and put your money in and you do exactly what the advisor has said, only to find out that you have a 0.1% return, which is nothing, right? When that happens, it really, really does drive me crazy. And the reason why is because families are being left behind and we don't even know it. And it breaks my heart, to be honest. So the three things that you can go ahead and look at is get some financial education. There's many of us out there that actually want to show you. Like, I will literally sit down with you for an hour and just show you some education so that you know what you're looking at and you know what you're talking about. You can make the decision, okay? Tax-free savings accounts can be a long-term investment tool. And honestly, it's one of the greatest tools. I have a question. Would you want to have lots of taxes to pay when you're older, or would you want a little bit? We all know the answer to that. The last thing I would say is, you can go ahead and do nothing. That is an option, of course, right? There's nobody has to do anything. But if you don't verify, what will end up happening is the exact same thing that happened to me. You will get stuck in a savings account. You will get a low rate of return from somewhere. And you won't your money won't grow as much as it could. And you're missing out. So really, at the end of the day, if you do these things well and you get those things in place, hey, you can be in a better financial position just by doing a second review and double checking what you're in and using that as an investment tool, not just as a savings account. If you want, give me a call. By all means, I'd love to sit down and give you some education, show you what is a TFSA, how can it work, how can it use it in a long-term investment tool, and so that you don't have any taxes at the end.